Today's video, we're going to be discussing something pretty intense and a pretty new topic in my life, and probably something very new or brand new for all of you. It's going to be pendulums and how to defeat them. What's up, guys? I'm back with another video. Haven't worked on stuff for a couple weeks. I actually had my place broken into and my computer was stolen, so I've just been dealing with all of that the past couple weeks. But now I have a new custom PC, so I've changed from a MacBook to a PC. So I've also been trying to get used to that, but it's sitting right here next to me on my desk. It looks beautiful. It's got a bunch of RGB stuff. Really nice. I don't really know how PCs work, to be honest with you. Got a lot of help from my friends in building that and setting that up. So yeah, but I'm on PC now, and I'm just happy to be back and have things running again, and making content for you guys and these videos. So we're back. So the purpose of this video is really to help you identify pendulums within your own life and then how to overcome them. So there's going to be three main points I'm going to chat about in this video. Number one is going to be what is a pendulum. Number two is going to be how to defeat them. And number three is going to be just some final thoughts and a recap. So firstly, what is a pendulum? I was first introduced to this topic by reading the book Reality Transurfing by Adam Zealand. I'm not even that far in the book, to be honest. Keep it real with you guys. I'm like maybe 100 pages in. I think it's about like a 500-page book, but just what I've learned in the first 100 pages has just been mind-blowing for me. It's been amazing. So I just want to share these as I go, and if I learn any other great things in that book, I want to share them with you guys as well. So that's why we're chatting about that today. So a pendulum is an energy structure that's created when several people's thought energy comes together. So these people, referred to as adherents, then feed the pendulum with thought energy, which then in turn strengthens a pendulum. And unfortunately, most of the time they do this unconsciously. So pendulums are typically destructive by nature. This is how they're defined, and they only really care about recruiting new adherents so that they can feed off of their thought energy and grow. So the way that pendulums go about achieving this is by attuning adherents to their energy vibration. They do this by either making adherents strongly in favor of what the pendulum stands for or strongly against it. So examples of pendulums could be political parties or ideologies, social media apps, your job in a company, or any job in a company for that matter, and the news, especially the news. It has a very destructive nature. So pendulums, what they're going to do, guys, is they're going to impose their own goals or its own goals onto you and make you believe that those goals are your own. And this really only leads to one thing, and it leads to you abandoning your own goals and your own passions and working for the goals of the pendulum. So I went through this phase pretty recently, guys. I was caught in a very destructive pendulum. It had to do with politics and political ideologies. I won't get any further than that, but I was just seeing a lot of things that was very frustrating to me in terms of the political hemisphere, and especially what's going on in the Western world. And I felt like I needed to speak up about it, and I needed to be vocal about it, and I really needed to try and make a difference. And just like after reading the book and looking back, I realized like I'm caught in a destructive pendulum because all my thought energy was going towards that pendulum. I was strongly against certain ideologies, certain political and social ideologies, and that's all I was thinking about. I was even gonna start streaming it and make brand new social medias, just for that aspect of my life. And I really thought it was gonna become, a decent chunk of my business and my life. But after reading the book and everything, I just realized like those are not my goals. Those are not my aims. Yes, it really bugs me and it irks me, but it's really not in my best interest to really, pursue that and try and make a difference in that sphere. So yeah, it was just really eye-opening for me when I read the book and realized that I was caught in the destructive pendulum. But it's definitely freeing, and it's like a weight lifted off my shoulders after that. So maybe after hearing that, one or two of you guys might think, damn, I'm in a destructive pendulum myself. And that's totally okay. Just try and recognize it and then go about, extracting yourself from it. So number 2, the second major point of the video, is how can we defeat them? So the first step is to obviously just be aware of the pendulum's existence in your life. Once you recognize this, then try and remain emotionally detached from the pendulum. This way the pendulum can't latch onto you because you're not feeding with thought energy, and it's going to just pass you by and look for new adherents. Pendulums thrive off of your thought energy, guys. So if you don't feed it any thought energy, whether that's positively or negatively, it literally has nothing to gain from you. Simply put, you just have to refuse to play the pendulum's game. So here's a recap and some final thoughts. Pendulums are everywhere. Almost anything can be defined as a pendulum. And not all pendulums are bad. Some examples of good pendulums would be a soccer club that you attend once a week, or the gym. In some rare cases, maybe the gym might be seen as a destructive pendulum for some people if they have, I don't know, really bad self-image issues, and when they're not at the gym, it's taking up all their thought energy and they're just thinking about how they're not good enough, they're not fit enough, they're not built enough, something like that. But for me and for most people, it's much more positive than it is negative. In pendulums that aren't destructive, there's just much more to be gained than there is lost. So guys, bottom line for this video for you and for me as musicians is to not get caught in destructive pendulums, because if you do, it's going to take your thought energy away from your passion, which is music or making music, whether that's engineering, production, songwriting, music business, an artist, whatever the case may be. It's going to take your thought energy away from that, put it into this pendulum, and make you believe that this pendulum is actually striving towards your goals and your visions, which it's not. So if you're a musician and you truly want to be a musician and you think this is your calling, don't be like I was for a little bit. Don't get pulled into these destructive pendulums and just focus on your passions. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, there'll be a PNG download link below. And for this video, it's going to be just some key points of the video and how to overcome pendulums. I'll see you guys in the next one.